it feels claustrophobic. Reminds me of that time we all got stuck in the elevator together. You remember that?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at the animated scenes that caught viewers completely off guard, for better or worse. Hopefully you're all caught up, because otherwise, we're about to spoil 30 shows for you.
Now let's clear this up. Who exactly are you?
Sergeant Seymour Skinner, U.S. Army.
Number 30, Thomas is a Spy. Regular show. Introduced at the beginning of Season 4, Thomas proves his worth when the past comes back to haunt the park. Thomas is upgraded to a regular cast member, but isn't given another prominent storyline until Season 5 when he helps his friends reclaim a statue under the guise of Nicholas.
I could go undercover as an intern and gather information. We'll take him down from the inside.
Thomas didn't randomly choose this name, and his knowledge of espionage didn't come out of nowhere either. In Season 6, Thomas reveals himself as Nikolai, a Russian spy, and the mom he often speaks of is an acronym for Ministry of Meadow Management.
Some years ago, I was embraced by a new mom, the Ministry of Meadow Management.
Despite this deceit, Nikolai's loyalties lie with his friends as he goes on the run. Although this twist wasn't planned from the start, Thomas's evolution from intern to spy feels surprisingly natural.
My name is not Thomas. It is Nikolai, and I am Russian spy.
Number 29, Greg and Wirt are from modern day, Over the Garden Wall. This miniseries plops us into the unknown as brothers Wirt and Greg navigate a dark forest, searching for home.
Where are we?
In the woods?
I mean, what are we doing out here?
We don't know where the brothers came from, but based on their eccentric fashion, it's safe to assume they aren't that far removed from this fantastical universe. If that's the case, though, why are Wirt and Greg caught off guard by some of the creatures they come across?
Maybe I can help you. I mean, you guys are lost, right?
What in the world is going on?
Everything begins to add up in the penultimate episode, where we learn that Wirt and Greg are modern-day kids. We're unsure how modern since the precise year is left vague, but in any case, they're even further from home than we realized. The Halloween backdrop explains their wardrobes, while the show's title is also given a deeper meaning.
Yes. Into the unknown.
Number 28, The Flash Forward. Bluey. Following the show's first extended special, the episode's surprise seems like a return to the status quo. It's a typical day as Bandit balances playing 2 games with his daughters.
I was just watching the race, mate. The Aussie fella's doing well.
Aww.
Well, I can dip in and out.
Hey!
One sees Bluey bombard her father with a ball blaster, while the other finds Bingo playing a parent. Noticing that her dedicated dad could use a break, Bluey makes a mature decision.
It's okay, Dad. I'm Finucane's sister. I'll look after him. You take the others to daycare.
Bluey grows in ways we didn't anticipate, as the episode's ending provides a glimpse into her adulthood. Arriving at her parents' house, Bluey is now all grown up. In yet another twist, there's a new kid on the block who looks an awful lot like Bluey and Mackenzie. Even with the word surprise in the title, this came out of the blue.
No one. That's weird. Oh no.
Number 27, Marcy's Betrayal. Amphibia. This series follows Anne, an ordinary girl who's transported to a world where amphibians reign supreme.
Guys! I just had the craziest dream I was trapped in a world of frog pee.
Anne arrives with her friends Sasha and Marcy, although their dynamic is slowly unveiled. Considering how Sasha bossed Anne around before coming to Amphibia, it's not surprising that she allies with the villains before redeeming herself. Marcy's dark turn is another story.
He promised he'd take us with him to the new worlds, that we could have amazing adventures just like this one forever and ever.
Reuniting with Anne, Marcy seems like the glue who held their friends together. That description takes on a more disturbing meaning upon learning Marcy purposely stranded them in Amphibia, not wanting to move with her parents.
Did it ever occur to you, Anne, Sasha, that one of you knew more than she was letting on? That one of you might have gotten you stranded in Amphibia on purpose.
To stay with her friends, Marcy unwisely cuts a deal with King Andreas. Marcy's lies continue to snowball until she's forced to face the music box and a sword. Number 26, Scott Pilgrim dies. Scott Pilgrim takes off.
I won?
I won!
It was right there in the title, and yet this twist hit us hard. Throughout the first episode, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off seems like a beat-for-beat adaptation of the graphic novels. It's well executed, but we already got a mostly faithful adaptation over a decade ago. Why do we need to see the same story again? The pilot's ending answers our question by going off-book.
Time to fight!
Matt Patel versus Scott Pilgrim.
Scott doesn't defeat the first of Ramona's evil exes. Matthew Patel beats Scott, apparently killing him. While Scott isn't really dead, he does take off, sending Ramona on a journey to find him. This approach provides more development for Ramona, the supporting cast, and even Scott, telling an alternate story that still preserves the franchise's essential elements.
You didn't create a force field preventing me and Ramona from kissing, did you?
Number 25, Vaggie is a fallen angel. Has-been hotel. Turns out that the X over Vaggie's left eye isn't just for decoration.
Do you really think I wouldn't recognize one of my top girls just because you're at a uniform?
Charlie has finally been granted a meeting in heaven, but this isn't Vaggie's first trip upstairs. Adam drops the bombshell that Vaggie used to be an exterminator angel. When confronting a child on extermination day, Vaggie chose compassion, losing her wings and one eye in the process.
Run, now.
She met Charlie shortly after, but even as they grew closer, Vaggie concealed how she came to hell. The truth gives Charlie pause about their relationship. Thankfully, it isn't a long pause, as Vaggie's unyielding dedication only strengthens Charlie's core beliefs in forgiveness, redemption, and love.
I got you a souvenir from Cannibal Town.
Oh, Charlie.
The wings are new. They look nice. Come on, let's go home.
If love can flourish in hell, it can thrive anywhere, maybe even in heaven. Number 24, Norman is the Green Goblin, the spectacular Spider-Man. We know what some of you are already typing in the comments. Of course Norman Osborn was the Green Goblin. Haven't you ever read a comic or seen any Spider-Man movie? This show knew we would be suspecting Norman from the moment the Goblin showed up, though.
I'm so lost. Yeah, I was sure Norman was the Goblin, so I saw Harry wearing the mask, and now I don't know if either one is Gobby.
The spectacular Spider-Man plays with expectations, revealing Harry behind the mask in Season 1. Norman claims he's been trying to protect his son, appearing sincere.
I protected Harry. If I'd been sent to prison, who'd have made a man out of him?
While Norman may color outside the lines of justice, we believe he isn't the Green Goblin. Norman continues to deceive everyone, Spider-Man included, until the series finale when the true Goblin is unmasked.
You were the Goblin all along!
Amazingly, the show made us forget everything we knew about Norman Osborn, reminding us by yanking the rug out from under. Number 23, Cassandra crosses the line, Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. Here's another show where the writers were one step ahead of even the most attentive viewers. From the get-go, there seemed to be something off about Rapunzel's best friend Cassandra. The fact that she's adopted and looks like Mother Gothel only added to our suspicions.
That's my
Mother. Yes, it is.
Over 2 seasons, though, Cassandra establishes herself as a loyal friend. She occasionally clashes with Rapunzel, but by the second season finale, we're convinced she would never betray Rapunzel. Or maybe she would. Just as Rapunzel is within the Moonstone's grasp, Cassandra swoops in, claiming what she believes to be her destiny.
Cassandra? What are you doing? I'm fulfilling my destiny.
Cassandra was Gothel's biological daughter, resenting Rapunzel for the life she stole. Even if you predicted Cassandra's lineage, the way the truth comes out threw everyone for a loop.
I tried to warn you, Rapunzel. You have to be careful who you trust.
Number 22, Powder tries to help, Arcane. Jinx is one of the most recognizable League of Legends characters, but her upbringing wasn't fleshed out going into this series. Introduced as Powder, fans of the games figured that this little girl would adopt the name Jinx at some point.
Why did you leave me?
Because you're a jinx! Do you hear me? Milo was right.
Even longtime players couldn't imagine just how heartbreaking her backstory was. Wanting to prove herself, Powder causes an explosion to save her sister and friends.
You have to work for me, okay?
Powder initially believes that her plan worked, but this triumph quickly turns into tragedy. The explosion inadvertently killed Powder's foster brothers, with her father figure soon following. Her sister Vi survives, but once both realize what Powder has done, their relationship appears beyond repair. When the sisters meet again, Powder is essentially gone, with only Jinx remaining.
Now, where should I sit?
It's your choice, really. I always knew you'd come back.
Number 21, Gambit's Sacrifice, X-Men 97.
Some say they're freaks, some call them monsters, but all over the planet they are known as mutants.
The original X-Men series regularly explored adult themes, but being part of the Fox Kids programming block, the showrunners could only go so far. When this sequel series was announced, we wondered if Disney would allow these characters to grow up with their audience. While the characters themselves haven't drastically aged, the story significantly matures in episode 5.
What in tarnation?
Just after the world takes a small step towards accepting mutants, a huge step is taken backward as Master Mold and the Sentinels attack Genosha, killing thousands. Yes, people die in this show, including main characters. Among the casualties is Gambit, who sacrifices himself just as Rogue comes to terms with her feelings for him.
Gambit, see your bet. And raise it!
Gambit's death changes the game, evolving the series in unexpected ways. Number 20, Will Harper, Young Justice. Near the end of Young Justice's first season, Roy Harper was finally welcomed into the Justice League.
Finally, Green Arrow welcomes his former protege, Speedy, now known as Red Arrow, to this roster of heroes.
Way to go, Roy!
At last he has his wish.
The first of us to make it.
However, fulfilling his dream just unravels one plot twist after another. First of all, he was unknowingly a sleeper agent programmed to infiltrate the League. What's even more shocking? He wasn't the real Roy Harper. In reality, he was a clone to replace the actual Speedy who was abducted years before the series started.
This Roy Harper had no idea he was a clone or a traitor, and his subconscious programming drove him to become League-worthy.
After he found the real Roy, the clone eventually retired from being a hero and left to make a new life for himself as Will, showing that although he was created for nefarious purposes, he could rise above all that and forge his own identity.
I don't want to be the cause of more conflict between you two. I'd understand if you never wanted to lay eyes on me again. I don't know.
Number 19, April, DuckTales. Throughout the DuckTales reboot, we believed that Webby's only family was her grandmother, Mrs. Beakley.
Granny gave up her job as a spy so she could raise me. I never really knew my parents before they...
That's it! I bet your spy granny is hiding something about your actual family that explains why we exist!
However, the series finale changed everything Webby thought about her life. For starters, Beakley isn't really her grandmother. She found the infant Webby and took her in for her protection. But the biggest twist of all? Webby is actually a clone made from the DNA of Scrooge McDuck.
Who is Webby made from?
Why, your old Uncle Scrooge McDuck, of course. You fellas all knew that, right? You did?
For years, Webby idolized the McDucks, and they became a surrogate family to her. But to find out not only that she's related by blood to her idols, and that Scrooge himself is her genetic father, really takes the cake. It just goes to show how deep a familial bond can really be. Number 18, Unicron the Destroyer, Transformers Prime. In the Season 1 finale of Transformers Prime, a planetary alignment is having a strange effect on the Earth. Natural disasters are popping up left and right, and a volcano is erupting Dark Energon? But Dark Energon is rumored to be the blood of the Cybertronian god of chaos Unicron, so why would it be pumping out of the Earth? In a shocking turn of events, Unicron himself is the Earth's core.
A Cybertronian heartbeat?
How is that possible? A heart pumps blood. There's nothing inside the Earth to pump except the blood of Unicron.
When he was defeated eons ago, the Earth was formed around his dormant body, and only an unlikely alliance can assure he never awakens again. This was a very unique way to bring Unicron into the series, and only strengthened the connection between Earth and Cybertron.
Primus became one with the very core of our planet, creating life through the well of all sparks, while Unicron was never to be heard from again. Until now.
Number 17, Cartman's real father, South Park. Remember when Cartman had Scott Tenorman's parents killed and tricked Scott into eating their remains?
And of course, feed you your chili. Do you like it? Do you like it, Scott? I call it Mr. and Mrs. Tenorman chili.
It's a testament to how twisted Cartman can be, but the story doesn't end there. Years later, Scott gets his revenge on Cartman by dropping a major bombshell. He is actually Cartman's half-brother, meaning that Cartman unknowingly murdered his own father.
Jack Tenorman was your father. You killed your own father, and then you fed him to your half-brother!
One of the show's biggest mysteries was who Cartman's father was. Well, we got our answer in the most gruesome of ways. Naturally, Cartman is horrified, not because of his own actions, but because this means he's half ginger.
My dad was Scott Tenorman's dad. Don't you guys realize what that means?
Yeah, dude, we know what it means.
My dad was a ginger!
Even when facing the consequences of his horrific deeds, Cartman may never change. Number 16, Nibbler and Fry, Futurama. We all know Fry's story, but what if his cryogenic freezing was no accident? Fry getting sent to the future was actually a calculated plan by Nibbler. He made the prank call that brought Fry to the lab, and he caused Fry to trip and fall into the freezer. The reason he did all this was because Fry was the only one who could save the future from a massive threat.
Our sages foresee that in 1,000 years, for one moment, the fate of the universe will depend on you. Since you will not live that long, I must freeze you now.
Even though Fry doesn't like being used, a lot of good came out of Nibbler's interference. He found a better life in the future and the woman of his dreams, Leela. So, in a way, meddling with his past was the best thing to ever happen to him.
You know what, Fry? I don't care if you're not the most important person in the universe. It really makes me happy to see you right now.
Number 15, Aku and Ashi, Samurai Jack.
Hold it! Time out! Really? There's more Aku here besides me.
Ashi was part of the Daughters of Aku, a cult of assassins dedicated to the demonic dictator himself with one singular goal: to kill Samurai Jack. However, traveling with Jack allows her to break away from Aku's influence, but it turns out her connection to the demon is deeper than even she knows.
A true daughter of Aku!
No! In reality, she is Aku's daughter biologically, his demon essence being a part of her since childbirth. This means that not only does she possess Aku's powers, but their connection allows him to use her as a puppet to try and slay Jack for good.
Ashi. Ashi. Please. Ashi, fight.
Fortunately, Ashi manages to break free, and her new powers enable Jack to finally put an end to Aku's terror. Number 14, Hawkgirl's real mission, Justice League. While Hawkgirl claims that her coming to Earth was an accident, she becomes one of the founding members of the Justice League. However, in Season 2, we learn the true motives for her arrival. She's a military spy for her people, the Thanagarians, scouting the planet in preparation for a massive invasion.
Don't fight us, we're trying to help you.
Do you ever stop lying?
It was for your own good, you've got to trust me.
Why? Whose side are you really on?
While she redeems herself in the end, the damage is already done. She lied to her friends and sold out the planet that saw her as a hero. After that, the only honorable thing she can do is leave the League behind.
I've spent the last 5 years torn between my feelings and my duty. I won't ask you to do the same. Therefore, I am resigning from the Justice League, effective immediately.
She returns to them eventually, but it takes a while to restore her good name with the League and the public. Number 13, Zuko's grandfather, Avatar: The Last Airbender. For the longest time, Zuko is sure that defeating Avatar Aang would help him realize his destiny. But one earth-shattering discovery shakes his entire worldview. First, we learn how his paternal great-grandfather Sozin betrayed his childhood friend and Aang's predecessor, Avatar Roku.
Please.
Without you, all my plans are suddenly possible. I have a vision for the future, Roku.
But almost everyone knows that story. What Zuko didn't know was that Roku was his maternal great-grandfather. Suddenly, Zuko's inner struggle becomes much clearer. Both his great-grandfather's conflict symbolizes his own inner turmoil between deciding which path to follow, good or evil.
Because of your legacy, you alone can cleanse the sins of our family and the Fire Nation.
If any good comes out of this existential crisis, it's that it finally sets Zuko along the path of redemption to help Aang finally end the war. Number 12, Project Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited. It turns out that Terry and Bruce's relationship goes beyond a teacher-student bond. Terry is actually Bruce's biological son. For context, Amanda Waller secretly used Bruce's DNA to alter Terry's father's reproductive system, ensuring that his son would be a worthy successor as Batman.
Actually, it was a nanotech solution programmed to rewrite his reproductive material into an exact copy of Bruce Wayne's. A little over a year later, your mother gave birth to you.
She even schemed to have Terry relive the tragedy that kickstarted Bruce's crime-fighting career. While her plan didn't go as intended, Terry would eventually become the new Batman. Not as Bruce's carbon copy, but as someone truly worthy of carrying out his legacy. This episode serves as the conclusion to Batman Beyond's story, and it ends the tale on a high note by giving Terry and Bruce the satisfying endings they both deserve.
Better suit up.
You should eat something first. Keep up your strength.
When I get back.
You're a stubborn piece of work, you know that.
Just like my old man.
Number 11, the Utrom Shredder, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
None of you will leave here alive.
During a brawl at TCRI, the Turtles band together to bring the Shredder down, only to be greeted by a nasty surprise. Shredder is actually a fugitive Utrom alien. This little pest went on a rampage against his fellow aliens and then escaped to Earth, where he took on his faux identity, inspired by the legend of the actual Shredder of old, and vowed to conquer the Utroms and anyone who got in his way.
Let's just say the metal fell from the heavens.
While he's technically not the genuine article, he took this stolen identity and made it his own, as the Turtles' most formidable and ruthless adversary. It'd be safe to say that he was the one true Shredder.
The Shredders? And Utrom?
Number 10, Ice King's Past Life, Adventure Time.
Hello, my name is Simon Petrikov. I am recording this tape so that people will know my story.
Finn and Jake come across a video diary about the Ice King and make a jaw-dropping discovery about their wizarding nemesis. 1,000 years ago, Ice King was a normal human named Simon Petrikov, whose life was transformed the day he found the magic crown. He was gifted with ice powers, but his sanity completely crumbled.
Visions. I fought with them, shouted at them until I realized it wasn't real, it was the crown!
This adds a depressing new depth to the icy princess-chasing psychopath. He once had a normal life, a beautiful fiancée, whom he ironically called his princess, and was even best friends with a young, not-yet vampire queen, Marceline. Tragically, there's little hope for him remembering the happier life he once led.
Please forgive me for whatever I do when I don't remember you.
Wow, I wrote that.
Number 9, The Butterfly Family Secret, Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Who's Festivia? Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this.
It turns out that Eclipsa Butterfly, the Queen of Darkness and Princess Star's supposed 9th great-grandmother, had a monster hybrid daughter, and yet she does not show up in the Butterfly family scroll.
What did you do with my daughter?
The Butterfly matriarchs hope to squeeze the truth out of the Magic High Commission at Eclipsa's trial, but what they find out is a doozy. Eclipsa's daughter was to inherit the throne, but she was switched at birth with another baby. Having been kept in the dark for so long, Star is horrified to learn that she may not be actual royalty, and that her family stole the throne from its true owner. But would giving it back later really help things? Number 8, Slade's Apprentice, Teen Titans. In Season 2, we get to meet Tara, a superpowered teenage girl who struggles with controlling her abilities.
I know you have trouble controlling your powers, and we can help.
You told him?
I didn't.
You promised. You lied to me! You lied!
She disappears for most of the season before returning to join the Titans, now fully in control of her powers. However, what they don't know is that Tara had a little help from their arch-nemesis Slade. He taught her to control her powers. In exchange, she became his spy to destroy the Titans from the inside.
It's the truth.
Tara, why?
Because you could never give her what she needs.
While we don't condone her betraying her friends, try to understand. She was emotionally volatile and desperate, which led her down a path of self-destruction. She eventually makes amends for her sins, but at a heavy cost. Number 7, The Truth About Amon, The Legend of Korra.
How did your brother end up becoming Amon?
In her early days as the Avatar, Korra found herself up against the mysterious Amon, a revolutionary planning to equalize Republic City by taking away all Bender's bending abilities, thanks to some unknown mystical power.
Your firebending is gone.
However, after learning bits and pieces of his family history, it's revealed that Amon is a Bender himself. a bloodbender, and his gift is actually a bloodbending technique that severs bending abilities.
You boys have this power inside of you, and I will teach you to master it.
While his image is a complete lie, his mission was real. He grew to hate bending after being pushed too hard as a child by his father, and the pressure turned a once innocent kid into a cold and calculating political terrorist.
I told you I would destroy you.
Number 6. Timmy's secret wish, the Fairly Odd Parents.
According to the Fairy Council, your history of dangerous wishes makes you the worst fairy god kid ever.
What? Timmy Turner has been put on trial for being the worst godchild in history. After a rocky start, it seems as though Timmy may have finally won the case, until Foop drops a major bombshell. Timmy made an illegal secret wish.
He hasn't made a million wishes after all. He's made 1,000,001!
The wish was that everyone would stop aging so he could keep his fairies. And it was made 50 years ago, meaning it's been 5 decades since the very first pilot episode, where Timmy first got Cosmo and Wanda.
Oh, all right. I did make a secret wish. Cosmo doesn't remember granting it because I wished he'd forget.
This was definitely a unique take on the never-aging cartoon characters cliche, but it gets completely swept under the rug and resolved by the end of the episode, because status quo.
We overturn our previous ruling. You may have your fairies back.
Number 5. Chad is a double agent. Codename Kids Next Door.
What are you doing here?
Chad Dixon, also known as Number 274, was considered the best there is in the Kids Next Door organization, until he supposedly turned traitor in the wake of his 13th birthday.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Since then, he became a recurring teenage villain, forming a heated rivalry with Number 1. But had he really betrayed his comrades? In the penultimate episode, it's revealed that Chad was a double agent for the Kids Next Door, and that every time he and Number 1 have clashed, he was secretly helping them from the sidelines, adding a new perspective to all of his defeats.
Practically every mission you and Sector V did, I was right there, helping from the sidelines.
As he departs, his loyalty no longer questioned. He leaves his former pupil one last cryptic clue.
There are others.
Number 4, the real Seymour Skinner, The Simpsons.
You're not Seymour Skinner.
Many say this is where The Simpsons began to decline in quality. In the midst of his 20th anniversary, Principal Skinner makes a shocking announcement. He has been lying about his identity.
It's true, I'm an imposter.
In reality, he was a street punk who served in the platoon of the real Seymour Skinner, who became like a mentor to him. When his sergeant was declared dead, the faker ended up living Skinner's life and dreams in honor of his memory. While some twists can be clever, like the mystery of who shot Mr. Burns, this revelation on a well-developed character came out of nowhere, and we were expected to pretend that none of it ever happened afterwards.
My real name is Armin Tamzarian.
Number 3, Mr. Poopybutthole, Rick and Morty. It's another typical day in the Smith household. Rick and Morty's family finds themselves dealing with shape-shifting parasites that trick them with false memories of wild and zany friends and relatives. So, business as usual.
Everybody just relax for a second. There's no such thing as an Uncle Steve.
At the end of the episode, one of these strange friends, Mr. Poopybutthole, pops up again, and Beth shoots him thinking he's just another parasite. But he's no parasite. He's real, and Beth mortally wounds him.
My wife shot a longtime family friend.
Don't worry, Mr. Poopybutthole survives and becomes a recurring face in the show. Still, this is a hilarious subversion of expectations, and the way it plays out is shocking both in the revelation and how horrifying and intense the reactions feel.
Oh my God!
Do this, Beth. It's not supposed to hurt, I thought. Ooh-wee.
Number 2, the author's identity, Gravity Falls.
What the?
Ever since the series' beginning, one question has been on the minds of Gravity Falls fans. Who wrote the mysterious journal that Dipper found? It turns out that the journal was just one of 3, all chronicled by Grunkle Stan's long-lost twin brother, Stanford Pines.
Is this the part where one of us faints?
Oh, I am so on it, dude.
Ford became obsessed with the supernatural activity surrounding Gravity Falls and wrote down all of his findings in 3 journals, only to leave them behind when he vanished through an interdimensional portal during a quarrel with his twin.
Stanley, help me! Oh no, what do I do? Stanley, do something! Stanley!
The real payoff for this revelation was how cleverly hidden the mystery was. A few subtle clues in the background, plus a hilarious misdirection from the show creator himself. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The real Rose Quartz, Steven Universe.
I watched the lead of the Crystal Gems Rose Quartz shatter Pink Diamond!
It was believed that Rose Quartz, the loving leader of the Crystal Gems and Steven's mom, shattered Pink Diamond to protect Earth, with a few hints suggesting otherwise.
It's because it doesn't make sense.
In Season 5, however, we learned that Rose didn't shatter Pink Diamond. Rose was Pink Diamond.
What?
She masqueraded as a Rose Quartz to spark up the rebellion, faked her own shattering to end the war, and forced Pearl to keep everything a secret.
She lied to us! She lied about everything!
While it's touching that Pink gave up her royal status and inspired countless gems to fight for Earth, she lied to her own allies, pulled everyone into the crossfire of her fellow Diamond's wrath, and called everything the Crystal Gems believed into question.
So, Pink Diamond, huh?
Which twist made you rewind several times just to confirm what you just watched? Let us know in the comments.
Beatrice?
Beatrice?
Beatrice? Who's Beatrice?
My wife. My first wife.